There is a moment just after the light goes out when the quiet of the room becomes a courtroom. And in this courtroom, you are somehow both the defendant and the prosecutor, and the only evidence allowed is a long, detailed list of every single thing that went wrong today. The awkward word you said in a meeting, the task you didn't finish, the moment of impatience you wish you could take back. The case is built against you, swiftly and without mercy, and the verdict is always the same: not good enough. It is a heavy, familiar weight that settles in your chest just when you are most longing for lightness. How is it that the mind, your own mind, can become such a harsh accountant at the end of the day, counting every single perceived debt, but not a single small credit? How can the weight of one clumsy moment feel so much heavier than the 100 small, quiet efforts that also made up your day? Tonight, we are not going to fight this court. We are not going to argue or present a frantic defense. We are simply going to do something else. We are going to gently excuse ourselves from the proceedings and walk into a different room, a quieter room within yourself that has been waiting for you all along. A space where the scales are more balanced, where kindness is the judge, and where rest is the final, gentle verdict. So let's begin, not by changing your thoughts, but by changing where you place your attention. Notice right now the simple fact of your body resting. Feel the points of contact between you and the surface beneath you. Your head on the pillow, your shoulders sinking into the mattress, the weight of your arms and legs finding their home in gravity. There is no judgment here. There is only support. The bed is not asking you to be perfect. It is simply holding you exactly as you are at the end of this long day. Allow your body to accept this support more fully. Let go of the need to hold yourself up. You have been holding so much all day long. Let the mattress take your full weight. Let the pillow cradle your head completely. Now, bring your awareness to your jaw. Without even realizing it, we often carry the day's unspoken words and tensions right here. See if you can allow a little space to form between your upper and lower teeth. Let your tongue rest softly in your mouth. As your jaw releases, feel a wave of softness travel up to your temples and across your forehead. Smooth out the space between your eyebrows, letting go of the look of concentration or worry that might have settled there. You don't need it right now. The work of analyzing and solving is done for today. Let this feeling of release travel down into your shoulders. Imagine them melting away from your ears, sinking down and back, releasing the invisible burdens they have been carrying for hours. You can even give them a tiny, slow roll, just to remind them that it is safe to let go. This is your time. This space is your sanctuary. The quiet in the room is not empty. It is full of peace. The darkness is not a void. It is a soft blanket wrapping around you, giving you permission to become unseen, to simply be. Listen for a moment to the sounds of the night. Perhaps there is the gentle hum of the house settling, or the distant whisper of wind. Whatever you hear, just let the sounds wash over you without needing to name them or analyze them. They are simply the soundtrack to your journey into rest. And now, let's find the breath, not to change it or control it, but just to feel it. Feel the air entering your body, a cool, quiet wave of life, and feel it leaving, a warm, gentle release. Each breath is a simple, perfect rhythm, in and out, a rhythm of receiving and letting go. For tonight, this is all you have to do. Just breathe in and breathe out. With every exhale, imagine you are releasing just a little bit of the day's static. The noise of the inner courtroom begins to fade into the background. The prosecutor's voice grows faint, replaced by the simple, steady sound of your own breathing. This is the first step. Not a battle, but a gentle turning away. A quiet recognition that you have a choice. You do not have to stay in that courtroom all night. You can choose to rest in this quiet, peaceful space of simple sensation instead. Notice the feeling of the blankets on your skin, the temperature of the air, the gentle rise and fall of your chest. This is real. This is true. This is happening right now. And it is a far more honest account of this present moment than any list of yesterday's mistakes. You are here. You are safe. And you are beginning to create the conditions for a deep and healing rest. The nightly audit can wait. In fact, it can be dismissed entirely. Because tonight, we are not counting mistakes. We are not even counting wins. We are simply letting it all go. We are allowing ourselves to be held, to be quiet, and to be here in the simple, uncomplicated truth of this moment. Feel the gentle pull of gravity, a constant reassuring presence. It is inviting you to let go even more, to sink a little deeper into comfort, a little deeper into stillness. The day is truly over. The roles you played, the demands you met, the expectations you carried. You can set them all down now, just outside the door of this quiet room. They will be there tomorrow if you need them, but they are not welcome in this sacred space of sleep. This is a space for restoration, a space for peace, a space where your only task is to soften, to release, and to allow. You have done enough for today. You have been enough for today. There is nothing left to prove, nothing left to analyze, nothing left to judge. All that is left is the gentle, steady rhythm of your breath, carrying you slowly and surely towards the shores of sleep. Your body knows the way. It remembers how to rest, how to heal, how to find its own deep peace. All you need to do is get out of its way, and you've already taken the first, most important step. You have arrived, here, now, in the safety and quiet of your own being. Let this feeling of peace begin to expand, filling your entire body, a warm and gentle light that dissolves any lingering tension. This is your truth. This is your birthright, the peace that exists beneath the noise. Welcome home to it. And now, from this place of quiet and physical ease, let's gently and without fear turn our attention back to that mental list. You don't have to dive back into the courtroom. Imagine you are just standing at the doorway, looking in with a quiet curiosity. See the thoughts as they parade by. There they are, the missed deadline, the conversation that went sideways, the moment of self-doubt, the task you avoided. They appear like headlines, flashing one after another, each one vying for your attention, each one claiming to be the most important story of your day. For just a moment, let them pass without grabbing onto them. Just watch the parade. Notice how quickly they move, how insistent they can be. There is a familiar energy to them, a kind of frantic urgency, as if your very survival depends on reviewing these moments right now. See if you can feel the echo of that urgency in your body. When the thought of that awkward conversation appears, where does it land? Is there a tightening in your throat? A flush of heat in your cheeks? When the memory of the unfinished task surfaces, do you feel a knot forming in your stomach? Don't try to change the feeling. Don't try to make it go away. Just acknowledge it. Ah, there it is. That is the feeling of that thought. This is a quiet, powerful act of awareness. You are simply noticing the connection between the story your mind is telling and the response in your body. This is where the weight comes from. It's not just an idea. It's a physical experience. It's a tension you carry in your muscles, a shallow pattern in your breath, a subtle ache you might not even have a name for. Consider it this way. Throughout the day, every time you perceived a mistake or a failure, it was like you stopped to pick up a stone from the path. A small, sharp pebble for a clumsy word, a smooth, heavy stone for a decision you now regret, a large, rough-edged rock for a goal you didn't meet. You didn't even consciously decide to do this. It was an automatic reflex. You put them in your pockets, in your bag. Perhaps you carried some in your arms, and you continued on your way. You carried them through your afternoon meetings, through your commute home, through dinner. All day, you have been accumulating this weight, and the load has been growing heavier and heavier. Now, here you are, at your place of rest, and the first thing you do, out of habit, is empty the bag. You take out every single stone and line them up on the blankets beside you. You turn each one over in your hands. You feel its texture, its coldness, its undeniable weight. You study its flaws. You remember exactly where on the path you found it. This one is from 9 in the morning. This one from 3 in the afternoon. This is the nightly ritual, the careful, meticulous examination of every burden you collected. And as you hold each one, your body remembers the moment you picked it up. The clench in your gut, the strain in your shoulders, the feeling of disappointment. The stones are not just memories. They are solidified feelings. And holding them now, all at once, you feel the cumulative weight of the entire day pressing down on you. Is it any wonder that sleep feels so far away? How can the body find lightness when the mind is so busy holding on to heaviness? Notice the sadness that might be here. A quiet grief for the day you wished you'd had. A frustration with yourself for not being better. This too is part of the weight. The emotional toll of this relentless self-judgment. It is exhausting. It takes so much energy to carry these stones, and even more energy to review them with such intensity every single night. Feel that exhaustion now. Allow yourself to truly connect with the weariness this pattern creates. It is a deep, soul-level tiredness that sleep is meant to heal, but the ritual itself is preventing that healing from beginning. The simple truth is, you have been carrying things that were never meant to be carried this far. A mistake is a moment in time. It is not a stone to be carried into eternity. An awkward interaction is a fleeting experience. It is not a permanent weight to be placed upon your chest. But we do it anyway. We carry them all the way here, to the one place we are supposed to be free. And for now, that is all we are going to do. Just see this. See the stones lined up. Acknowledge their presence. Feel their weight. See the incredible, unconscious effort you have put into collecting and curating them. There is a strange loyalty to this collection, isn't there? A sense that if you just study them hard enough, you won't pick up similar stones tomorrow. A belief that this heavy review is a necessary price for future improvement. We will explore that later. For now, just witness the scene. You, your breath, and this collection of heavy memories laid bare in the quiet of the night. There is no judgment in this observation. There is no need to scold yourself for having picked them up. Who wouldn't? The path is littered with them. It is a profoundly human thing to do. We are all walking around with our pockets full. The simple act of seeing the pattern with compassion is the beginning of changing it. To see the stones not as evidence of your failure, but as evidence of your journey. You were there. You were trying. You were navigating a complex world. And these stones are simply markers of moments where things were difficult. That's all they are. They are not the full story of your day. They are not the full story of you. They are just the heavy parts you happen to pick up and hold on to. And feeling their weight in your body now, recognizing the tension they create, you are learning their nature. You are understanding, perhaps for the first time, not just intellectually, but physically, what this nightly audit truly costs you. It costs you your peace. It costs you your rest. It costs you the gentle entry into sleep that you so deeply need and deserve. And simply knowing that, simply feeling that truth in your own body is more powerful than you can imagine. The stones are here. We see them. We feel them. And they are very, very heavy. So the question arises, soft and insistent in the quiet of the room. Why? Why does the mind do this? Why, at the end of a long day, when all you crave is peace, does it choose to become this harsh accountant, this meticulous collector of heavy stones? It can feel like a betrayal. It can feel like some part of you is actively working against your own happiness, purposefully sabotaging your rest. But what if we looked at it from a different angle? What if this pattern isn't a sign of a flaw, but a sign of a very ancient and deeply ingrained survival mechanism? Think about the human brain, not in the context of your modern life with its emails and social interactions, but in the context of its long, long history. For hundreds of thousands of years, the primary job of the brain wasn't to make you happy. It was to keep you alive. Its function was to constantly scan the environment for threats. The rustle in the bushes that might be a predator. The strange tasting berry that might be poison. The social misstep that could lead to exile from the tribe, which was, in essence, a death sentence. In that world, focusing on what went wrong was not a form of self-criticism. It was a brilliant survival strategy. Remembering the mistake, the path where you stumbled, the plant that made you sick, was critical. The brain developed a powerful negativity bias. It became like Velcro for bad experiences and Teflon for good ones. It had to. A single forgotten threat could be fatal, while 100 forgotten pleasant moments had no bearing on survival. So the brain learned to prioritize, to magnify, and to replay errors. It created a mental danger file and reviewed it constantly to ensure you wouldn't make the same mistake twice. Now, fast forward to today. You are lying safely in your bed. There are no predators in the room. You are not in physical danger. But you are still operating with that same ancient software. Your brain doesn't always know the difference between the threat of a tiger and the threat of a boss's disapproval. It doesn't distinguish between the danger of exile from the tribe and the sting of social awkwardness at a party. To this primal part of your mind, a mistake is a threat. And so, when the day is done and the external world goes quiet, this internal security guard begins its nightly patrol. It replays the day's events, not to torment you, but to scan for these perceived threats. Did we do anything that could jeopardize our safety, our social standing, our future? That awkward comment you made? Your brain flags it. Social error. risk of rejection, review immediately. That project you're behind on, threat to security, risk of failure, analyze now. The inner critic's voice that sounds so harsh is, from this perspective, just a very anxious and overzealous safety officer screaming warnings into a megaphone. It believes, with every fiber of its being, that by forcing you to look at your mistakes, it is protecting you from future harm. It thinks that if you feel bad enough about what went wrong, you'll be hyper-vigilant and never let it happen again. So it makes sense that the mistakes feel louder. It makes perfect sense that your mind goes to these places. It is running a program that has, for millennia, been incredibly successful at keeping human beings alive. It is trying to protect you, even if its method is painful, outdated, and frankly, not very effective in the context of your modern life. Seen in this light, this nightly audit is not a personal failing. It is not a sign that you are broken or uniquely self-critical. It is, in fact, evidence of a brain that is working exactly as it was designed to. You are not doing anything wrong by having these thoughts. This is a common, universal human experience. Every person you know, no matter how confident or successful they seem on the outside, has their own version of this nightly patrol, their own anxious guard, their own collection of stones. Realizing this can be a profound relief. It allows you to begin separating yourself from the process. These thoughts are not the ultimate truth of who you are. They are the output of an old automatic program. You are the conscious awareness that is noticing the program run. This creates a little bit of space, a little bit of breathing room. You can look at the inner critic, this frantic prosecutor, and feel a flicker, not of anger, but of understanding, perhaps even a little compassion. It's just trying to do its job. It's just trying to keep you safe, using the only tools it has ever known. It doesn't realize that its constant alarms are now causing the very distress it's trying to prevent. It doesn't understand that in this modern world, what you need for survival is not constant hypervigilance, but rest, recovery, and self-compassion. So as these thoughts arise, you can begin to meet them differently. Instead of believing them instantly or fighting with them fiercely, you can whisper to yourself, there's the security guard on patrol. Thank you for trying to keep me safe. I see you. You are not agreeing with the criticism. You are simply acknowledging the intention behind it. You are recognizing that this painful process is rooted in a deep, primal instinct for self-preservation. This changes everything. It removes the layer of self-blame that makes the whole experience so much heavier. The problem is not that you are flawed. The problem is that your survival software is in desperate need of an update. And the process of updating it begins not with fighting the old program, but with gently and consistently choosing a new one. A program of kindness, of balance, and of letting go. A program that recognizes that the greatest threat to your well-being right now is not a past mistake, but a lack of restorative sleep. And you can choose that new program right now by simply returning your attention to your breath. Each gentle inhale, each soft exhale is a vote for a new way of being. It's a signal to your nervous system that despite the alarms ringing in your head, you are, in this moment, fundamentally safe. You are warm. You are comfortable. You are breathing. And that is the most important truth of all. The security guard can keep shouting. You don't have to listen. You can just let the voice fade into the background like a distant radio playing a song you no longer need to hear. Let's take this a step further. Let's not just observe this inner critic from a distance. Let's have a quiet word with it. Not a confrontation, not an argument, but a gentle conversation. The kind you might have with a very tired and worried friend. Imagine this part of you, this voice of judgment, as a distinct character. Perhaps it's a stern guard, pacing back and forth at the gates of your mind, cloaked in shadows, holding a long list of your infractions. For years, this guard has been on duty without a single break. It has watched you go through every challenge, every success, every failure. And its core belief, the very foundation of its existence, is that the only way to keep you safe and push you to be better is through relentless vigilance and harsh criticism. It believes that if it lets its guard down for even a moment, if it stops pointing out your flaws, you will become complacent, you will fail, and you will get hurt. Its methods are born not of malice, but of a deep, misguided fear. It loves you in its own anxious, controlling way. Its entire job is to protect the soft, vulnerable core of you from the perceived dangers of the world. So, in your mind's eye, approach this guard. Don't come with anger or frustration. Come with a quiet, compassionate understanding. See the exhaustion in its posture. See the deep lines of worry etched on its face. It has been working so hard, for so long. It is running on pure adrenaline and fear. Hold up a gentle hand, a gesture of peace, and let it know you are not here to fight or to fire it from its post. You are just here to talk. You might begin by simply saying, "I see you." Acknowledge its presence and its hard work. I know you have been on duty for a very long time. I know you have been trying your very best to protect me. Thank you for that. Feel the sincerity of these words. You are thanking the intention, not the impact. You are honoring the protective urge that lies beneath the painful criticism. This might be the first time anyone has ever thanked this part of you. It might be taken aback, suspicious, unsure of how to react. Just stay with that gentle, compassionate energy. Continue the conversation. I know you believe that pointing out every mistake is the only way to keep me safe. I understand why you think that. You've seen me stumble, and you're afraid it will happen again. You think this constant review will make me stronger, more careful. Pause and let that sink in. You are validating its perspective. You are not arguing with its reality. You are simply showing that you understand it. This is a powerful act of disarming. When we feel seen and understood, the need to shout and fight diminishes. Now, gently, you can offer a new perspective. But I want you to see how tired we are. Can you feel the exhaustion in this body? Can you feel the tension in our shoulders and the ache in our heart? Your constant vigilance, your nightly reports, they are not giving us the strength we need for tomorrow. They are draining the little strength we have left from today. Let the guard feel this truth. The evidence is right here, in the physical sensations of your body, lying in bed, tense and unable to rest. The strategy is no longer working. It has become the source of the very distress it seeks to prevent. It's like an alarm system that is so sensitive it goes off when a leaf falls, waking the entire household and leaving everyone exhausted and on edge. The alarm isn't broken. It's just calibrated incorrectly for the current environment. Now, it's time for the gentle invitation. Your work is done for today. You have been a loyal and dedicated guard, and I am grateful. But tonight, I am going to ask you to do something you have never done before. I am going to ask you to rest. Imagine offering this guard a comfortable chair in a quiet, warm room, a place where it can finally set down its heavy list and its sharp-pointed spear of criticism. Just for a little while, you can say, just for tonight. The gates are secure. We are safe in this bed, in this room. There are no threats here that require your attention. All that is required now is rest for both of us. The guard might be hesitant. It might argue that this is irresponsible, that dangers are always lurking. This is its programming, after all. Acknowledge its fear. I know it feels strange. I know it feels risky. But trust me, just for this one night. The greatest danger we face right now is not a mistake from the past, but the exhaustion that will follow us into tomorrow if we do not sleep. The most protective thing we can do for ourselves right now is to rest. You are not banishing the critic. You are not trying to kill it or silence it forever. That kind of internal battle only creates more tension. Instead, you are reassigning it. You are honoring its role, but changing its duties for the night. You are giving it permission to stand down. Its shift is over. See if you can visualize this guard, this stern and worried part of you, finally considering your words. See it looking at the comfortable chair, and then back at the dark, windy post it has manned for so long. See the flicker of deep, profound weariness in its eyes. See it slowly, hesitantly, walking towards the chair. See it sit down, the rigid posture beginning to soften just a little. See it place the list of mistakes on a table beside it. For the first time, its hands are empty. As you witness this in your imagination, notice what happens in your own body. Do you feel a corresponding softening? A little less tension in your own shoulders? A subtle deepening of your own breath? By offering rest to this part of yourself, you are offering it to your entire being. You are declaring that the time for internal warfare is over. Tonight is a ceasefire. Tonight, all parts of you are invited into a state of peace. The guard does not need to disappear. It just needs to be quiet. It can rest in its chair, and you can rest in your bed. A mutual, gentle truce. This conversation doesn't have to be perfect. The images don't have to be crystal clear. It's the intention behind it that matters. The intention to meet a difficult part of yourself, not with aggression, but with compassion and a wise understanding of its true nature. And with that, a new quiet can settle in. A quiet that comes not from forcing the critic to be silent, but from having lovingly invited it to join you in a much-needed rest. With the guard now resting, with a truce declared in the quiet landscape of your mind, let's turn our attention back to those stones. The ones you so carefully collected and laid out beside you. The physical manifestations of every perceived mistake and worry from the day. They are still there. Their weight, a silent pressure, a lingering presence. The courtroom may be empty and the prosecutor at ease, but the evidence remains. Now is the time to deal with it. Not by analyzing it further, not by debating its significance, but simply by setting it down. You have been given permission. The guard who insisted you study these stones is off duty. You are free to act. Let's do this slowly, one by one, with deliberate care and gentle intention. Bring to mind the first stone that feels heavy to you tonight. Perhaps it's a small one, representing an awkward word or a moment of hesitation. Don't relive the moment. Don't get lost in the story of it. Just see the stone. In your mind's eye, reach out your hand and pick it up. Feel its weight, its texture, its temperature one last time. Acknowledge it. Yes, this happened. This felt uncomfortable. And then, with a clear and gentle intention, imagine placing it down on the floor beside your bed. You might even hear a soft, satisfying click as it touches the ground. It is no longer in your hands. It is no longer on your bed. It is separate from you now. You have not destroyed it or denied it. You have simply released your grip on it. It is out of your immediate space. Now, bring to mind another one. A slightly heavier stone, perhaps. A task left undone. A feeling of falling short. See it clearly. This is the weight of should have. Again, reach out and pick it up. Hold it for just a second, recognizing its heavy familiarity. And then, just as before, place it gently on the floor next to the first one. Feel the subtle lightness in your hand where the stone used to be. You are creating a small pile on the floor, a collection of released burdens. Let's continue. Think of a conversation that's nagging at you. The stone for that one might feel rough-edged, unsettling to hold. Don't cling to it. Don't rub your thumb over its sharp edges, replaying the words. Acknowledge its presence. Thank it for the lesson it might hold for you in the daylight, and then release it. Place it on the pile. With each stone you set down, you are making a conscious choice. You are choosing the peace of this present moment over the unresolved conflicts of the past. You are affirming that your bed is a sacred space for rest, not a workspace for analyzing yesterday's problems. Some stones may feel much heavier, much harder to let go of. Perhaps one represents a deeper regret or a more significant worry about the future. This stone might feel massive in your hands, its weight seeming to pull your whole body down. That's okay. Approach this one with extra tenderness. Hold it with both hands. Acknowledge its significance. I see you. I know you feel important. I know you carry a lot of fear. And then, with all the gentle strength you can muster, deliberately set it down with the others. It might take more effort. You might have to visualize yourself rolling it carefully off the bed onto the floor. But feel the profound relief as its weight is finally removed from your space. It is done. You don't have to carry this into your sleep. You can be free of it, just for tonight. Now, let's connect this interaction with a physical release. Take a slow, deep breath in, filling your lungs completely. Imagine you are gathering up all the leftover tension, all the residual dust from these stones, all the echoes of their weight in your muscles and nerves. Gather it all up. And now, with a long, slow, audible sigh, exhale it all out. Let the breath leave your body completely. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel your belly soften. Feel your entire body sink more deeply into the mattress. Let that exhale be a physical signal to every cell that it is safe to let go. It's over. The carrying is done. You can do this again. Another deep cleansing breath in, and a long, full releasing breath out. Feel the release. Feel the freedom. The air in your room now feels lighter. The space around you feels clearer, more open. The stones are on the floor. They are not gone forever, and that's okay. Tomorrow, if you need to, you can look at them in the clear light of day. Perhaps you will see that some of them were just pebbles you mistook for boulders. Perhaps you will find a lesson in one of them that you can use. Perhaps you will decide to leave some of them on the floor for good. But that is a task for tomorrow's you. Tonight's you has only one responsibility: to rest. The work of letting go is complete for now. You have consciously and deliberately cleared your space. You have affirmed, through action and breath, that you are worthy of this peace. This simple act of visualization is not just a mental trick. It is a profound communication with your own nervous system. You are teaching your body and your mind a new pattern. You are showing them that it is possible to end the day without this heavy audit. It is possible to separate from the day's burdens and enter a state of pure, uncomplicated rest. Feel the new lightness in your body. Notice the absence of that familiar pressure in your chest. The space where the stones were now holds a quiet potential for peace. It is an empty canvas waiting for the gentle colors of dreams. You have done a beautiful, courageous thing. You have faced the weight you were carrying, and you have chosen to set it down. You have chosen freedom, if only for this night. And sometimes, one night of freedom is all it takes to remember that it's possible. It is a seed of a new habit, a new way of being with yourself, and you have just planted it. Now, there is nothing left to do, nothing to hold, nothing to analyze, just the simple, clean feeling of being here, in this clear space, ready for sleep. Your hands are empty, your mind is quiet, your body is heavy with a pleasant weight of relaxation, not the stressful weight of worry. This is your natural state. This is the peace that is always available when you are willing to set down what you are carrying. Now that the space around you has been cleared, now that the stones are on the floor and the guard is at rest, let's create a quieter space within. The mind, accustomed to its nightly activity, might still try to find something to hold on to, something to analyze. That's its habit. So, we will give it something new to focus on, something simple, neutral, and deeply calming. We will shift our focus away from the world of thought, with all its stories and judgments, and into the world of pure sensation. This is a journey from your head to your body. Let your attention drift, like a soft feather, down to the soles of your feet. Can you feel them? You may not feel much, and that's perfectly fine. Just bring your awareness there. Imagine a wave of warmth beginning to pool in your feet, a gentle, soothing energy. Feel this warmth softening all the tiny muscles, releasing any tension from a day of standing, walking, carrying you through your world. Allow this warm, heavy feeling to flow up into your ankles and your calves. Your lower legs have worked hard today. Let them be soft now. Let them be heavy. Let them sink completely into the surface beneath them. There is nothing for them to do, no place to go. Their only job is to rest. Let the warmth continue its slow journey up into your knees and your thighs. These large, strong muscles can hold so much tension without you even realizing it. Give them permission to release completely. Feel the full weight of your legs, heavy and relaxed, a dead weight on the bed. They are completely supported. They can let go of all effort. And as your lower body softens and grows heavy, your mind has something simple and peaceful to observe. It is watching relaxation happen. It is attending to the quiet, unfolding story of your body letting go. Now, bring your attention to the feeling of the breath, right at the center of your body. Notice the gentle rise of your abdomen as you breathe in, and the soft fall as you breathe out. There is a simple, steady rhythm here, a quiet, dependable anchor in the present moment. Place your full attention on this gentle movement, rise and fall, in and out. If thoughts come, and they will, simply notice them, and then gently, without any frustration, guide your attention back to the feeling of your breath. The breath is your anchor. It keeps you here, in this moment, in this peaceful sanctuary you are creating. It is always with you. Every time you return to it, you are strengthening your ability to choose peace over noise. You are training your mind to rest in this quiet, central place. Let your awareness now expand to include the warmth of the blankets against your skin. Feel their texture, their gentle weight. It is a feeling of safety, of being held, of being protected. Let that feeling of safety soak into you. This bed, these blankets, this room, they are your sanctuary tonight. A place where you are completely safe to be vulnerable, to be soft, to let all your defenses down. Nothing is required of you here. No performance, no perfection, just your quiet presence. Listen again to the sounds in the room, or perhaps the sound of the silence itself. Let the quiet be a presence, not an absence. It is a deep, velvety quiet that holds you. Allow your ears to relax, to simply receive these sounds or this silence without any effort. You are not listening for anything. You are simply resting in the soundscape of the night. Now, let's create a special place in your mind, a calm, peaceful sanctuary that you can return to whenever you need it. This place is yours alone. It can be anywhere you imagine. Perhaps it's a quiet, secluded beach at twilight, the waves gently shushing the shore. Perhaps it's a clearing in a deep, ancient forest, with soft moss underfoot and moonlight filtering through the leaves. Or maybe it's a simple, cozy room with a crackling fireplace and a comfortable chair. Choose the place that feels most peaceful to you right now. Don't worry about making the details perfect. Just get a sense of it. What does it feel like to be there? In this inner sanctuary, the loud voice of the critic cannot enter. There are no stones on the ground here, no lists of mistakes. The air is clear and clean. The atmosphere is one of profound peace and unconditional acceptance. Spend a moment just being in this place. Feel the soft sand or the cool moss beneath your feet. Hear the gentle sound of the waves or the whisper of the wind in the trees. Feel the warmth of the setting sun or the cozy fire on your skin. This place is a reflection of your own inner peace. It has been here all along, waiting for you, just beneath the noise of your daily thoughts. This quiet has always been a part of you. You just forgot how to access it. And now you are remembering. You are creating the pathway back to your own center. You can return to this place anytime you wish, just by closing your eyes and setting the intention. It is your inviolable refuge. As you rest in your sanctuary, feel a deep sense of calm spreading throughout your entire being. This is the feeling of coming home to yourself. It is a peace that does not depend on external circumstances. It is not contingent on having a perfect day or on never making a mistake. It is a peace that is inherent to your being. It is always there, waiting to be rediscovered. Affirm this to yourself with a quiet inner whisper. This quiet has been here all along, waiting beneath the noise. Let this truth settle into your bones. The noise is temporary. The chaos of the day is fleeting. But this deep inner stillness is permanent. It is your true nature. You are not the storm of your thoughts. You are the calm, endless sky through which the storm passes. And right now, the sky is clear. The clouds have parted, and you can rest in the vast, silent, peaceful expanse of your own awareness. Stay here, in this quiet space, for as long as you like. There is no rush, There is nowhere else to be. Just this place. Just this breath. Just this deep, healing quiet. From this quiet, spacious sanctuary you have created, let's now undertake a new kind of audit. Not the harsh, prosecutorial review of mistakes, but a gentle, curious search for a different kind of evidence. The other side of the day's ledger. The one your inner critic always conveniently ignores. We are not looking for big, flashy accomplishments. We are not searching for trophies or grand victories. The criteria for this audit are much softer, much quieter. We are simply going to search for the small wins, the tiny moments of simple, honest effort. We need to begin by completely redefining what a win is. In the critic's courtroom, a win is a flawless performance, a completed to-do list, universal approval. It's an impossibly high bar. But in this quiet space of self-compassion, the definition is radically different. A win can be as small as choosing to drink a glass of water instead of another cup of coffee. It can be the moment you held your tongue instead of saying something sharp. It can be getting out of bed when it felt incredibly hard. It can be the simple act of taking a deep breath in the middle of a stressful moment. It can be speaking a kind word to a coworker, or petting your dog, or simply making it through a difficult hour without falling apart. These are not small things. They are the very fabric of a life lived with intention and care. They are just quiet, so they are easily overlooked. Imagine your day as a vast, dark field at twilight. The old audit, the critic's audit, was like using a powerful spotlight to search for every hole you stumbled in, every rock you tripped over. It focused only on the hazards, magnifying them until the entire field seemed treacherous. This new audit is different. We are going to turn off that harsh spotlight. We are going to let our eyes adjust to the gentle darkness, and we are going to look for something else entirely. We are going to look for fireflies, tiny, glowing embers of light that were there all along, but were invisible under the glare of the critical spotlight. Each small win, each moment of effort or grace is one of these fireflies. They are not dazzling. They do not illuminate the whole field. They just offer a soft, intermittent glow, a little pulse of light in the vastness. Let your mind drift back over the day, but with this new intention, not to scan for errors, but to scan for these quiet, gentle lights. Be patient. At first, you might not see any. Your mind is so accustomed to looking for the holes that it has forgotten how to see the lights. Let's start with the morning. Did you manage to get up and start your day? That is a firefly. For many, that alone is a monumental effort. Acknowledge its soft glow. Did you make your bed? Did you remember to take your vitamins? Did you say good morning to someone in your home? Each one is a tiny pulse of light. Don't dismiss them as insignificant. The critic will try to. It will say, "That doesn't count, it's too small." Gently, thank the critic for its opinion and turn your attention back to the search. In this audit, everything counts. Now, move through your workday. Was there a moment, even for 30 seconds, when you focused on a task? A firefly. Did you answer an email you'd been avoiding? A firefly. Did you listen to a colleague, even when you were busy? A bigger, brighter glow. Did you step away from your desk to stretch or look out a window? That is a beautiful moment of self-care. Another firefly. Think about your interactions. Was there a kind word, a smile, a moment of patience with a frustrated person? These are some of the brightest fireflies in the field. They are moments where your light shone out and touched another. Perhaps you held the door for someone. Perhaps you let a car merge into your lane in traffic. Perhaps you sent a text to a friend to let them know you were thinking of them. These moments are the real currency of a well-lived day. They matter far more than the perfectly worded email you forgot to send. See the field now, beginning to be dotted with these soft, gentle lights. It's not a blazing stadium, but it's no longer a place of pure darkness and hazard. It's alive with quiet, gentle sparks. What about moments of simple effort? Did you navigate a difficult conversation? Even if it wasn't perfect, the act of showing up and trying is a win. That is a steady, resilient glow. Did you face a moment of anxiety and manage to breathe through it? That is the light of incredible inner strength. Did you feel overwhelmed but keep going anyway? That is a whole constellation of fireflies right there. We are not looking for perfection in these moments. We are simply acknowledging the effort. The act of trying is, in itself, a victory. Let's look for moments of self-care. Did you eat a meal? Did you enjoy a cup of tea? Did you listen to a song you love? Did you take a shower and feel the warm water on your skin? These moments of tending to your own basic needs are profound acts of self-love. They are the gentle, warm glow of a lantern you lit just for yourself. As you continue this gentle scan, the picture of your day begins to change. The narrative shifts. The day was not just a series of errors and failures. That was a fiction created by a very narrow and biased perspective. The truth is that your day was a complex landscape, filled with shadows, yes, but also filled with these countless, gentle points of light. The story of your mistakes is loud, but the story of your quiet efforts is deep and true. By choosing to look for the fireflies, you are not denying the existence of the holes. You are simply choosing to create a more balanced and honest picture of the landscape. You are allowing the quiet evidence to be admitted into the record. And as you see these lights, feel the subtle shift inside you. The heavy feeling of failure begins to lift, replaced by a quiet, warm sense of recognition. A gentle pride, not in being perfect, but in being human. A human who tried, who cared, who showed up, who navigated a complex day with quiet moments of grace. This is the truth. This is the real story of your day. A story told not in harsh spotlights, but in the gentle, resilient glow of 1,000 tiny lights. And it is a much more beautiful story than you ever allowed yourself to believe. Let's stay with this gentle light for a while longer. As you watch these fireflies flicker in the field of your day, a deeper truth begins to emerge. We have been conditioned to measure our days by their outcomes. Did we get the promotion? Did we finish the project? Did everyone like our presentation? Did we lose the weight? We are a culture obsessed with results, with the finish line, with the final grade on the report card. And if the outcome isn't what we wanted, we label the entire process a failure. We completely discount the journey that got us there. But this is a profound misunderstanding of what it means to live a life. A day is not a balance sheet of profits and losses. It is a story of effort. And tonight, we are going to honor that story. We are going to shift the measure of your day away from the brittle metric of perfect outcomes and toward the resilient, compassionate metric of sincere effort. Think about the energy it took to just be you today. Think about the unseen labor, The mental energy it took to focus in meetings, to solve small problems, to plan your schedule. The emotional energy it took to regulate your feelings, to be patient with a difficult person, to manage your own anxiety or sadness, to offer a word of encouragement to someone else. The physical energy it took to move your body through the world, to do your work, to care for your home or your family. None of this shows up on a performance review. None of this gets a gold star. It is the invisible, underwater part of the iceberg, the immense, quiet effort that underlies every visible action. And we so rarely give ourselves credit for it. We act as if this energy is infinite and effortless, and then berate ourselves when we feel exhausted. Tonight, let's acknowledge it. Let's make the invisible visible. Go back to one of those moments you labeled a mistake or a failure. That difficult conversation, for instance. Your inner critic focuses only on the clumsy word you used or the awkward silence. It judges the outcome. But let's look at the effort. Remember the courage it took to even start that conversation. Remember the sincere intention you had, the desire to connect or resolve something. Remember the emotional work you did to stay calm, to listen, to try and find the right words. Even if the outcome was messy, the effort was real. The effort was honorable. And it is the effort that matters, because that is where growth lives. We don't grow from perfect performances. We grow from the messy, imperfect, courageous act of trying. Or think about that project you didn't finish. The critic sees only the unchecked box on your to-do list. But look at the effort. Remember the hours you did put in. Remember the mental hurdles you had to overcome just to get started. Remember the other demands on your time and energy that day that you successfully navigated. The story is not, I failed to finish. The truer story is I made progress despite many challenges. The outcome is a single point in time. The effort is a rich, complex, and deeply human process. By honoring the effort, you honor your own humanity. You honor the fact that you are a living, breathing being doing your best to navigate a complex world with finite resources of time, energy, and attention. There is a quiet dignity in sincere effort. It has a beauty that perfection can never touch. Perfection is sterile and static. Effort is alive, dynamic, and full of heart. It is the trying that shapes us. It is in the space between the intention and the outcome that we learn everything we need to know. When you shift your focus to effort, you take the power away from the external world to define your worth. Your value is no longer dependent on your boss's praise, or the number on the scale, or the tidiness of your house. Your value is located in the integrity of your own striving. It is something no one can ever take away from you. This is a radical act of self-reclamation. You are taking back the authority to define what makes a day good. A good day is not a day without mistakes. A good day is a day where you tried, where you showed up, where you engaged with your life with a sincere heart. And by that definition, how could today be seen as anything other than a success? You are here. You have navigated the countless complexities of a human day. You have managed your thoughts, your emotions, your responsibilities. You have breathed in and out thousands of times. Your heart has beaten 100,000 times, faithfully keeping you alive. You have endured. You have persisted. That is not nothing. That is everything. Let this truth settle into you. Let it be a balm on the wounds inflicted by the inner critic. Let this quiet, powerful affirmation echo in the sanctuary of your mind. My effort today was more than enough. It was real, and it matters. Feel the resonance of those words. My effort was enough. It doesn't mean the outcome was perfect. It doesn't mean there isn't room to learn and grow. It simply means that for today, given the energy you had, the challenges you faced, and the resources available to you, what you gave was sufficient. You can let the day be complete. You can release the need to have done more or been better. You can rest in the quiet satisfaction of having simply tried. This is the deepest form of self-compassion. Not just forgiving your flaws, but actively honoring your struggle, your resilience, your beautiful, imperfect human effort. You are not a machine designed for maximum productivity. You are a living organism designed for growth, connection, and experience. And the primary engine of that growth is effort. So as you lie here, drifting towards sleep, let go of the day's results. Let the wins and losses fade into the background. And let the central truth of your day be the quiet, steady glow of your own sincere effort. It was there in the morning when you got up. It was there in the afternoon when you pushed through a difficult task. It was there in the evening when you cared for yourself or others. It was the constant unifying thread. And it was and is more than enough. Now let's allow the small things to truly count. We have acknowledged the effort, the invisible labor of the day. But nested within that effort are specific, tangible moments of goodness. The critic is an expert at generalization. It takes one mistake and says, "See, the whole day was a failure. You are a failure." We are going to counter that with the power of the specific. We are going to gently guide our memory to recall just one or two of these small, positive moments, and we are going to let ourselves feel the reality of them. This isn't about creating a long list to argue with the critic. This is about embodiment. It's about letting the emotional truth of a kind moment land in your body, proving that the critic's story is, at best, incomplete. So, let your mind drift gently, without any pressure, back through the hours of your day. I want you to search for one small moment of care. It could be care you gave to another person. It could be care you gave to yourself. It could even be care you gave to a pet or a plant. Perhaps there was a moment when you refilled a colleague's coffee cup without being asked. A simple, almost unconscious gesture. But let's look closer. Let's not just register the fact of it. Let's recall the feeling of it. Remember the warmth of the cup in your hand. Remember the brief, quiet satisfaction of doing something helpful, however small. Let yourself feel that flicker of warmth in your chest right now. That feeling is real. That feeling is just as true as the knot of anxiety you felt in that difficult meeting. It is also part of the story of your day. Maybe your moment of care was for a child or a partner. Perhaps you helped with homework or listened to a story about their day, even when you were tired. The critic might dismiss this as simple obligation, but let's look at it with kinder eyes. Remember the feeling of their presence, the sound of their voice. Remember the part of you that chose to be present, to listen, to offer your attention. That choice came from a place of love and care within you. Connect with that place right now. It is a deep, warm well inside of you. Feel its quiet strength. This, too, is who you are. Perhaps the moment of care was for your pet, the feeling of your hand on their soft fur, the simple, uncomplicated joy of their greeting when you came home. In that moment, You were giving and receiving pure, simple affection. Let the memory of that feeling fill you. It is a moment of pure goodness, with no complication, no judgment. It happened. It was real. It counts. Or maybe the moment of care was for yourself. This is often the hardest one to acknowledge, but it is the most important. Did you take 5 minutes to sit in the sun? Did you make yourself a nourishing meal? Did you choose to go to bed a little earlier instead of scrolling on your phone? Did you say no to something that would have depleted you? These are not selfish acts. They are vital acts of self-preservation and self-respect. Recall one such moment. Remember the conscious choice you made to tend to your own well-being. Feel the quiet pride in that. The feeling of saying, I matter too. Let that feeling of self-worth settle in your body. It's a gentle, solid presence. It is a truth that exists completely independent of your productivity or your achievements. Let one of these moments become clear in your mind. Pick just one. Don't worry about finding the best one. Any small moment will do. Now, instead of just thinking about it, try to re-inhabit it. See what you saw, hear what you heard, and most importantly, feel what you felt. Feel the warmth, the connection, the quiet satisfaction, the gentle pride. Let this feeling, this emotional signature of the memory, expand in your body. Let it be a warm, glowing light in your heart center. This feeling is evidence. It is tangible proof that your day was not a wasteland of mistakes. It was also a place where kindness, care, and love existed. The critic cannot argue with this feeling. It can try to dismiss it, to minimize it, but it cannot deny its existence. This feeling is your truth. And here is the essential point. These moments are the real evidence of who you are. Your mistakes are evidence of what you did in a particular moment, often when you were stressed, tired, or triggered. They are about your behavior. But these moments of care, these choices to be kind to yourself or another, they are evidence of your character. They spring from the deepest, most authentic part of you. They reveal your true nature, which is one of care and connection. The critic would have you believe that your mistakes are your identity, that the clumsy word defines you more than the 1,000 kind words you have spoken. This is a lie. It is a distortion of reality. The truth is that your capacity for kindness and care is far more constant, far more central to your being than your capacity for error. You have to work hard to make a big mistake. Kindness often flows out of you without a second thought. Which one, then, is more truly you? So, as you rest here, with the warm feeling of this remembered moment glowing inside you, let this new understanding take root. These small moments are not exceptions to the rule. They are the rule. They are the baseline of who you are. The mistakes are the aberrations, the temporary deviations from your natural state of goodness. This is not about arrogance or ego. It is about a quiet, humble recognition of the truth of your own heart. You are a person who tries to be kind. You are a person who cares. You proved it today in small, quiet, undeniable ways. Let the critic's loud, dramatic story of failure be drowned out by the quiet, persistent, gentle truth of your own caring nature. You do not need to be perfect to be good. You do not need to be flawless to be worthy of love and rest. You just need to be you. And the you who chose to be kind today, in that one small moment, is the you who is lying here now. Let that be the identity you carry with you into sleep. Not the identity of the person who made a mistake, but the identity of the person who petted the dog, who listened to a friend, who made a cup of tea for themselves, that person is real. That person is you. And that person is deeply, profoundly, and unconditionally worthy of a peaceful night's sleep. Let's deepen this feeling of recognition. We've seen the fireflies of small wins. We've honored the true story of effort. We've felt the warmth of a specific moment of care. And woven through all of this is a quiet, powerful truth that we so often overlook: the truth of your own strength. We tend to think of strength as something dramatic: the lifting of a heavy weight, the running of a marathon, the heroic overcoming of a massive obstacle. But there is a quieter, more profound kind of strength that is required just to navigate a normal human day. This is the strength of resilience, and you are filled with it. Think for a moment about what it actually takes to get to this point, to be lying in bed at the end of any given day. You have to navigate a world of constant information, of competing demands on your time and energy. You have to manage your own internal world, your hopes, your fears, your moods, your memories, while simultaneously responding to the external world. You have to make hundreds of small decisions, many of them unconscious. You have to adapt to unexpected changes: a traffic jam, a canceled appointment, a difficult piece of news. You have to engage with other people, each with their own complex inner worlds, and try to communicate, to cooperate, to understand. This is not easy. This is an incredibly complex and demanding feat of emotional, mental, and physical endurance. And you do it, day after day. The fact that you are here now, at the end of this day, is a testament to your resilience. You have navigated so much to get to this moment of rest. You have absorbed shocks. You have solved problems. You have managed stress. You have kept going. This is not a small achievement. It is a miracle of human resilience. The inner critic completely ignores this. It has no category for strength shown in the simple act of enduring. It only recognizes flawless victory, but we know better. We know that true strength is not about never falling. It's about getting back up. It's about bending without breaking. It's about feeling the full weight of a difficult day and still having the courage to show up for the next one. And you possess this strength in abundance. It is as fundamental to you as your breath. Consider a specific challenge you face today. It doesn't have to be a major crisis. It could be a frustrating technical problem, a moment of conflict with a loved one, or simply a period of low energy and motivation when you had to push through. Remember how it felt. Remember the moment where you could have given up, but you didn't. You took another breath. You tried a different approach. You asked for help. You simply persisted. That moment, that choice to keep going, was a moment of immense strength. Acknowledge it now. Give yourself the credit you are due. You were strong today. There is another layer to this. Your value as a person is not, and has never been, dependent on a flawless daily performance. This is a critical truth to absorb, especially in the quiet of the night. Your worth is inherent. It is unconditional. It was there the moment you were born, and it will be there the moment you die. It does not fluctuate based on your productivity, your successes, or your failures. It is constant. It is the very essence of your being. The nightly audit of mistakes is built on a lie. The lie is that your worth is conditional, that you must earn it every single day, and that any mistake puts you in deficit. The lie says that you must perform perfectly to be worthy of love, respect, and rest. Let's gently but firmly release that lie tonight. Let it dissolve in the peaceful darkness. And let's replace it with the truth. The truth is that you are worthy of rest simply because you are here. You are worthy of peace simply because you are human. You are worthy of self-compassion simply because you are alive and trying. Your performance today has absolutely no bearing on your fundamental worth. Imagine your inherent worth as a solid, luminous, unshakable core at the very center of your being. It is like a diamond. Some days, the diamond might get covered in the mud and dust of a difficult day. It might be splattered with the grime of mistakes and misunderstandings. The inner critic takes one look at the mud and screams, "The diamond is ruined. It's worthless." But the mud is not the diamond. The mistakes are not you. They are just the experiences of your day. The diamond of your worth remains untouched, perfect and luminous beneath it all. Sleep is the gentle rain that comes in the night to wash the mud away. Rest is what allows your true, inherent radiance to shine through again. So, as you lie here, connect with that feeling of your own unshakable worth. Feel it as a warm, solid presence in your chest or your belly. It is your anchor. It is the deep, quiet truth of who you are. The events of the day are like weather passing over a great mountain. The wind blows, the rain falls, the sun shines, but the mountain remains. You are the mountain. Your worth is the solid rock of your being. The mistakes were just the weather of your day. Let this understanding sink deep into you. Let it soothe the part of you that is always striving, always trying to prove itself. The part that is terrified of not being good enough. You can whisper to that part of you now. You can rest. You are already enough. You have nothing to prove. Your worth is not in question. Feel the deep relief that comes with this realization. The pressure is off. The endless performance can stop, at least for tonight. You don't have to earn this rest. It is your birthright. You are simply claiming what has always been yours. You are strong. You are resilient. You are inherently worthy. This is the triple-layered truth that dismantles the critic's flimsy case against you. The evidence of your strength is in your survival of this day. The evidence of your resilience is in your ability to seek rest now. And the evidence of your worth is in the simple, miraculous fact of your own existence. Hold these truths close as you drift closer to sleep. Let them be the foundation upon which you build a truly peaceful and restorative night. You are not defined by your imperfections. You are defined by the incredible strength it takes to live with them. So now, we arrive at a place of honest balance. A place beyond the black and white thinking of the inner critic. The critic operates in a world of absolutes. A day is either a success or a failure. You are either good or bad. There is no room for nuance, no space for the complex, contradictory, and beautiful reality of being human. But here, in this quiet, compassionate space, we can hold both realities at once. We can create a picture of the day that is whole and true. Yes, the day had its difficult moments. There were stones on the path. You stumbled. You said the awkward thing. You felt the sting of disappointment or frustration. Let's not deny that. Let's not pretend it didn't happen. That would be a different kind of falsehood. So let's acknowledge it with a gentle, accepting nod. Yes, that was part of my day. That was hard. That felt uncomfortable. We can hold this truth in one hand. And it is the "and" that changes everything. And in that very same day, there were moments of grace, effort and care. There were fireflies in the field. There was the steady, quiet strength of your own resilience. There was the sincere effort to just keep going. There was the moment of kindness you showed yourself or another. There was the simple beauty of a warm cup of tea or a moment of quiet. This is the other truth. Let's hold this truth in the other hand. Now, imagine holding both hands out in front of you. In one, the weight of the day's difficulties. In the other, the light of the day's goodness. The critic would have you believe you must choose one hand. It would insist that the heavy hand is the only one that's real. But the wisdom of acceptance allows you to hold both. The day was not one or the other. The day was both. It was difficult, and it was beautiful. It was frustrating, and it was filled with small joys. You were imperfect, and you were resilient. You made mistakes, and you showed great care. This is the whole picture. This is the integrated truth. It is not a simple, neat story. It's a complex tapestry, woven with many different threads, some dark and coarse, others light and silky. The critic's mistake is to pull on one dark thread and claim it as the entire tapestry. Our wisdom tonight is to stand back and see the whole pattern, to appreciate the interplay of light and shadow that makes the piece rich and real. There is a profound peace that comes from this kind of acceptance. When we stop fighting with reality, when we stop insisting that our day should have been one-sidedly perfect, we can finally relax. We can let the day be what it was, a messy, complicated, imperfect, and ultimately precious piece of our one and only life. This acceptance is not passive resignation. It's not saying that mistakes don't matter or that we shouldn't learn from them. It's simply saying that their place in the story is not the whole story. It's putting them in their proper perspective. They are one part of a much larger, much more interesting picture. Let this feeling of balanced acceptance wash over you. It's like finding the calm center in a spinning wheel. The outer rim is a blur of activity, of ups and downs, successes and failures. But at the hub, there is a point of stillness. By holding both realities, you find that still point within yourself. You become the compassionate witness to your own life, rather than the harsh judge. From this place, you can look upon your day with a kind of gentle parental love. A wise parent doesn't demand a perfect report card from their child. They see the effort. They celebrate the small successes. They offer comfort for the struggles. And they love the child unconditionally, regardless of the day's results. Tonight, you can be that wise, loving parent to yourself. You can look back on the you who moved through this day and feel a sense of tenderness. You did your best today. You can whisper to that part of yourself. It was a lot, and you handled it. And now it's time to rest. This integration is the final step in moving from self-criticism to self-compassion. It's the moment we stop sorting our experiences into good and bad piles and simply allow them to coexist. The mistake and the moment of kindness do not cancel each other out. They are both part of your story, and the story is richer for containing both. The pressure to have a perfect day is a heavy burden to carry. It sets you up for inevitable failure and self-recrimination. What if, instead, the goal was to have a whole day? A day where you were fully present to whatever arose, the joy, the sorrow, the ease, the difficulty. A day where you allowed yourself to be fully human. By this measure, today was a complete success. You were fully human. You experienced a wide range of what it means to be alive. And now, at its end, you are bringing a wise and accepting heart to the full, messy, beautiful truth of it all. This is the wisdom that allows for peace, a peace that is not fragile, not dependent on everything going right. It is a robust and resilient peace, capable of holding the complexities of life without breaking. It is the peace that says, all of it is welcome. All of it is part of the journey. And all of it can be released into the healing quiet of the night. So let the two hands, one heavy and one light, come together. Let the difficulties and the graces of the day merge. Let them become one single unified experience called today. And now, with a gentle exhale, let today go. It is complete. It is in the past. It has been seen, acknowledged, and accepted in its wholeness. And you are free. Free to move into the clean, clear, empty space of the present moment, where the only thing that is real is your breath, your body, and the gentle pull of sleep. And now, let's do something with all this gentle evidence we have gathered. We have found the fireflies in the dark field. We have honored the deep truth of our effort. We have held the balance of the day's light and shadow. We are not going to let these precious recognitions simply drift away. We are going to weave them into something tangible, something that can offer comfort and protection through the night. Imagine each one of these small wins, these moments of sincere effort and quiet care, as a soft patch of fabric. The moment you chose to take a deep breath instead of reacting in anger, that is a patch of smooth, cool silk. The moment you listened patiently to a friend, that is a piece of warm, soft fleece. The effort it took to get out of bed this morning, that is a patch of sturdy, dependable cotton. The kind word you offered to a stranger, a small square of bright, colorful velvet. The moment of self-care when you made yourself a cup of tea, a piece of soft, worn flannel, comforting and familiar. Don't just think about them as ideas. Visualize them as real pieces of cloth. See their textures, their colors, their unique qualities. Each one is a testament to the goodness and resilience that ran through your day, often unseen. Now, in your mind's eye, begin to gather these patches. Let them float gently toward you from the memories of the day. There are more than you think. The small success at work, the moment you held the door open, the decision to eat something nourishing, the 5 minutes you spent in silence, the smile you shared, the task you completed. Patch after patch, they begin to accumulate around you, a beautiful, varied collection of your day's quiet goodness. This is the harvest of your new, more compassionate audit. Now, with a gentle, loving intention, imagine that you have a magical needle and thread. The thread is spun from self-compassion, glowing with a soft, golden light, and you begin to sew. You begin to stitch these disparate patches together, one by one. The piece of silk representing your patience is sewn next to the fleece of your listening ear. The cotton of your morning effort is joined with the flannel of your evening self-care. There is no right or wrong way to do this. You are simply weaving the story of your day's hidden strengths into a single, unified whole. As you stitch, you are not just connecting pieces of fabric. You are connecting the dots of your own inherent goodness. You are creating a new narrative, a story that says, my day was not defined by its flaws, but by its countless moments of quiet strength and care. See the blanket beginning to take shape. It is a beautiful, unique creation, a patchwork quilt made entirely of your own efforts. It might have some unusual color combinations, some oddly shaped pieces, but it is authentic. It is real. It is yours. It tells the true story of your day. Continue to sew until all the patches are joined together, forming a blanket large enough to cover you completely. It is heavier than you might have expected, not with the stressful weight of burdens, but with the comforting, grounding weight of acknowledged truth. It is a blanket of substance, a blanket of reality. This is your blanket of kindness. Now, very slowly, imagine lifting this blanket. Feel its texture in your hands. It is soft, strong, and warm, and gently, lovingly, draw it up over you, from your toes to your chin. Pull it close around your shoulders. As you do, you are literally wrapping yourself in the evidence of your own goodness. This is not an empty affirmation. This is a tangible, sensory experience. Feel the warmth of the blanket seeping into your body. This is the warmth of your own compassion. The moment you cared for your pet, the moment you were kind to a colleague, the warmth from those moments is now returning to you, warming you in return. Feel the weight of the blanket. It is a gentle, reassuring pressure, like a loving hug. This is the grounding weight of your own resilience, your own quiet strength. It is a reminder of the substance of your character, the solid truth of your efforts. Let this weighted comfort calm your nervous system. Let it signal to your body that you are safe, you are held, you are secure. Snuggle under this blanket. Let it conform to the shape of your body, a perfect, custom-made cocoon of comfort. Each patch against your skin is a quiet reminder. As you feel the soft fleece on your arm, you remember, I was a good listener today. As you feel the sturdy cotton near your legs, you remember, I had the strength to get through the day. As you feel the smooth silk near your heart, you remember, I chose peace in a difficult moment. You don't have to carry your mistakes into your sleep. Instead, you can be carried by the cumulative strength of your own small victories. You can rest, protected, and insulated from the cold voice of the critic, wrapped in the undeniable truth of your own efforts. The critic has no power here. Its harsh words cannot penetrate this fabric, woven as it is from reality and self-love. You have created your own shelter, your own portable sanctuary, built from the very best parts of your own day. This blanket is a powerful symbol, but it is also more than that. The act of creating it in your mind has rewired your emotional state. You have actively shifted your focus from what was wrong to what was right, from what was lacking to what was present. You have taken the scattered, overlooked moments of goodness and integrated them into a powerful, comforting whole. Rest now, inside this warmth, inside this safety. Know that you are not just covered by a blanket. You are embraced by your own strength, your own care, your own resilience. This is the deepest form of self-care. It is taking the raw material of your life, in all its imperfection, and consciously choosing to create something beautiful, something healing, something true. Let the warmth and weight of this kindness blanket be the last sensation you are aware of as you drift off. Let it be the gentle, steady companion that holds you and protects you as you journey into deep, restorative sleep. You have earned this comfort. More than that, you have created it from the fabric of your own life. And now, a gentle declaration can be made. A quiet, final closing of the books for today. The audit is over. The nightly review, both the harsh one conducted by the critic and the compassionate one we have undertaken together, is now complete. The work is done. The evidence has been reviewed. The stories have been reframed. The truth has been acknowledged. and the blanket of kindness has been woven. There is nothing left to sort. There is nothing left to judge. There is nothing left to count. You can give your mind, that busy, loyal, and often overzealous servant, official permission to stop. You can gently say to it, "Thank you. Your work for today is finished. You can rest now." Imagine your mind is like an office at the end of a very long workday. All day, the lights have been on, the computers have been humming, the phones have been ringing. There has been a constant flurry of activity, analyzing, planning, worrying, remembering, predicting. But now, it's closing time. Imagine a gentle hand moving through this office, turning off the buzzing fluorescent lights one by one. The harsh glare of analysis fades, replaced by the soft, gentle glow of moonlight coming through the window. The computers are powered down. The screens go dark. The endless scroll of information and to-do lists vanishes. The phones are silenced. There are no more calls to make, no more messages to answer. A deep, profound quiet begins to settle over the space. The files, filled with the day's events, are placed neatly back in their cabinets. They are not thrown away. They are simply stored. They will be there tomorrow if needed, but they are no longer open on the desk, demanding attention. The office of the mind is closing for the night. This is a conscious act of releasing control. We often believe, unconsciously, that if we just think about a problem hard enough, long enough, we can solve it. We worry that if we stop analyzing our mistakes, we won't learn from them. But the truth is, no brilliant insights are going to come at this late hour. No complex emotional problems will be solved by a tired, depleted mind. The only thing that relentless late-night thinking achieves is the theft of the very resource you need to face tomorrow with clarity and strength: your sleep. So, tonight, we trust. We trust that the learning has already been integrated. We trust that our subconscious mind will continue to process the day's events in a much wiser, more creative way while we sleep through the language of dreams. We release the need to consciously manage everything. We are surrendering to a deeper wisdom, the wisdom of the body and the restorative power of rest. Think of your mind as a beautiful, clear lake. All day long, the winds of experience have been blowing across its surface, creating waves and ripples. Boats of activity have crisscrossed it, stirring up the bottom. By the end of the day, the water is choppy and full of sediment. All the thoughts, worries, and memories are like silt and sand, suspended in the water, making it murky and unclear. Our nightly habit of analysis is like getting in a boat and frantically rowing around the lake, trying to force the sediment to settle. It only stirs things up more. The harder we try to make the water clear, the cloudier it becomes. The wisdom of the night is to do nothing. It is to simply let the lake be, to tie up the boat, get out, and sit quietly on the shore. When the wind stops blowing, when the boats are still, the law of gravity takes over. Naturally, slowly, and without any effort on your part, the sediment begins to drift downwards. The heavier particles settle first, then the lighter ones. Little by little, the water begins to clear. By morning, if left undisturbed, the lake can be perfectly still and transparent, reflecting the sky above. This is the permission you are giving your mind right now. The permission to be still, to let all the sediment of the day, the mistakes, the worries, the conversations, the to-do lists, gently, naturally settle to the bottom. You don't have to push them down. You don't have to organize them as they fall. You just have to stop stirring the water. And you stop stirring the water by gently withdrawing your attention from the thoughts. Each time a thought arises, a little swirl of sediment, you don't have to follow it. You can simply notice it and then return your attention to the feeling of stillness, to the sensation of your breath, or to the weight of your body. You are choosing to sit on the shore, wrapped in your blanket of kindness, and simply allow the natural process of clarification to occur. There is a deep peace in this letting go. It is a release from the burden of being the manager of your own mind. You are allowing yourself to simply be the space in which the mind can quiet itself. You are trusting the process. The frantic need to figure everything out right now dissolves. The urgency fades. What replaces it is a sense of profound calm and spaciousness. The day is sealed. It is a closed chapter. Its story has been written, read, and understood with compassion. There are no more edits to be made, no more footnotes to add. It is complete. And by accepting its completion, you liberate yourself to fully inhabit the present moment. And the present moment is one of deepening quiet, of growing stillness. The office is dark. The lake is becoming calm. The analysis is over. All that is left is the simple, sacred transition from the world of doing to the world of being, from the world of thought to the world of dream. You have done everything you needed to do. You have prepared the ground for sleep with care and tenderness. And now, you can simply allow it to come. There is nothing more to analyze, nothing more to fix. The only task that remains is to soften, to sink, and to surrender to the gentle, healing embrace of the night. With the mind now granted its well-deserved rest, let's allow our awareness to make its final journey home for the night, a full return to the pure, simple wisdom of the body. Your body has been here all along, patiently waiting for you. It has been breathing for you. Its heart has been beating for you, and it has been holding the physical tension of your mental struggles. Now, it is time to give it your full, gentle, and grateful attention. It knows the way to sleep. It remembers the ancient, instinctual path into deep rest. All you have to do is allow it to lead. Your only job now is to become a curious and peaceful observer of its sensations. Let your attention move away from any lingering thoughts, away from the story of the day, and drop completely into the physical reality of this moment. Start with the feeling of gravity. Feel the gentle but constant pull of the earth holding you. It is not a force you have to fight. It is a force you can surrender to. Feel the weight of your head on the pillow. Let it be as heavy as a stone. Release the last bit of effort from your neck and allow the pillow to take its full weight. You do not need to hold your head up any longer. Feel the weight of your torso sinking into the mattress. With every exhale, imagine yourself becoming just a little heavier, a little more surrendered to this gentle downward pull. Gravity is your anchor, keeping you safe and grounded as you prepare to drift. There is a deep trust in this surrender. You are trusting that you will be held, that you are supported, and that it is safe to let go completely. Your body knows this trust instinctively. It has been living with gravity its entire life. Now, shift your focus to the deep relaxation in your muscles. We are no longer just imagining it, we are feeling it. Travel with your awareness through your body, noticing the profound stillness that has settled in. Feel the deep, heavy peace in your legs and feet. They are completely at rest, motionless and soft. Feel the release in your hips and lower back, an area where so much of the day's stress is stored. Let that area be wide, soft, and tension-free. Bring your awareness to your abdomen. Feel its soft, gentle rise and fall with each breath. There is no need to hold your stomach in, no need for any tension. Just a soft, relaxed belly, breathing easily and naturally. This is the feeling of safety in the body. Travel up into your chest and your shoulders. Feel the space around your heart, open and calm. Feel your shoulders, completely released, melting down and away from your ears. Your arms and hands are heavy and still, resting wherever they have fallen. There is no impulse to move, no energy for doing. There is only the profound and pleasant sensation of being completely at rest. This deep physical relaxation is not just a pleasant feeling. It is a powerful signal to your brain. It is your body communicating to your mind, saying, "All is well. The threat has passed. We are safe. It is time to power down for the night." By consciously inhabiting this state of relaxation, you are amplifying that signal. You are collaborating with your body's innate wisdom. Let's return one last time to the breath, but in a different way. Don't just observe it. Feel it as the very rhythm of rest itself. Feel the slow, steady, dependable tempo. It is slowing down now, becoming longer, deeper, more gentle. This is the natural cadence of a body preparing for sleep. There is no need to control it. Simply ride the waves of your own breathing. Each inhale is a gentle gathering of quiet. Each exhale is a deep release into softness, sinking deeper and deeper with every breath. Each breath is a soft footstep on the path leading you out of the waking world and into the vast, healing landscape of sleep. Your body knows this path intimately. It does not need a map or directions. It only needs your permission. It only needs you to get out of the way. And you are getting out of the way. You are no longer driving the vehicle. You are a peaceful passenger in the back seat, trusting the driver completely. The driver is the ancient, innate wisdom of your own biology. It knows exactly how to regulate your temperature, slow your heart rate, and shift your brain waves into the patterns of sleep. All you have to do is allow. Let go of the last remnants of control. Let go of the need to try to fall asleep. That is a contradiction in terms. Sleep is not an achievement. It is a surrender. And you are surrendering now. You are surrendering the day. You are surrendering your thoughts. You are surrendering control. And in this surrender, you find a perfect, effortless peace. Let the language of your mind become simpler, softer, more primal. Let go of words and sentences and sink into pure sensation. The sensation of warmth, the sensation of heaviness, the sensation of softness, the sensation of quiet. Let these feelings be your entire world now, sinking deeper and deeper into softness, into quiet, into rest. There's nothing to figure out, nothing to remember. The only thing to do is feel. Feel the gentle embrace of your bed. Feel the soft whisper of your own breath. Feel the profound stillness of a body that has finally, truly been given permission to let go. You are on the threshold now, the doorway between wakefulness and sleep. It is a peaceful, liminal space. Don't be in a hurry to cross it. Just rest here, in this calm, floating state, trusting that when the moment is right, you will drift across it, easily and naturally, like a leaf gently falling from a tree and landing on soft earth. The body knows. It knows how to rest. Trust it. Allow it. And let it carry you home. As you float here, on the very edge of sleep, the boundaries begin to soften. The boundary between your body and the bed, between your breath and the air, between this moment and the next. Everything is becoming one gentle, flowing river, carrying you toward the great, quiet ocean of rest. The thoughts, once so loud and sharp, are now like smooth, distant stones at the bottom of this river, their edges worn away by the current of peace you have cultivated. The nightly courtroom has long since closed, its heavy doors now covered in soft moss. The field of fireflies has become a gentle, glowing mist, a reminder of the quiet light that is always present, even in the dark. The blanket woven from your own goodness is now seamlessly merged with your own skin, its warmth radiating from within. You are not just wrapped in kindness. You have become the warmth of kindness itself. Time 2.0's. You have done a profound thing tonight. You have chosen a different story. Not a story of perfection, but a story of compassion. Not a story of flaws, but a story of resilience. You have looked at the messy, beautiful, complicated truth of your day and held it with a gentle and loving hand. You have affirmed that your effort matters more than your outcome and that your worth is never, ever in question. This is the most honest of all the night words. The truth that you are whole, not because you are flawless, but because you encompass it all. The stumbles and the strengths, the shadows and the light. You are whole, and you are worthy of this peace. Sleep is not a reward you have to earn. It is a gift you are now ready to receive. It is coming now, naturally and easily. You can feel its gentle approach. It is a soft presence, a quiet friend arriving at your door. There is no need to strive for it or to chase it. You simply have to allow the door of your consciousness to swing gently open and let it in. Let's invite it with a slow, soft, final release. We will count down from 5, and with each number, you will allow yourself to sink twice as deep into the softness, into the quiet, into the final surrender to rest. 5. Letting go of the room around you. The sounds, the space, all of it begins to fade into a peaceful distance. You are turning your attention completely inward now, to the calm sanctuary within. 4. Letting go of your body, releasing the last whisper of physical sensation, allowing yourself to become a feeling of pure, floating awareness, heavy and light, all at the same time, drifting now, peacefully, weightlessly. 3. Letting go of your breath. You no longer need to follow it. It is breathing you now, a perfect automatic rhythm of life, carrying you deeper and deeper into tranquility. You are being breathed. You are being rested. 2. Letting go of letting go. The last effort disappears. There is no longer a you who is doing anything. There is only the process of rest unfolding, perfectly and effortlessly. You are merging with the peace that has been waiting for you all along. 1. You are here, home, in the deep, silent, healing harbor of sleep. The day is washed away. The mind is clear. The body is restored. All that is left is the vast, peaceful expanse of your own being, resting in the heart of the night. What if every mistake was not a mark against you, but simply a lesson whispered in a language you are just beginning to understand? What if the purpose of your day was not to be perfect, but simply to gather the stories you would need to learn how to be kind to yourself at night? What if this moment, this very peace, was the most important accomplishment of your entire day? Sleep is here to restore you, to wash the day away, to prepare the clean slate of a new morning. Just allow, rest now.